Hi, my name is Robbie Long and this is my dad, Andy Long. We run a portion of the rewards program for several banks, airlines, and hotels such as Southwest Airlines, Bank of America, and Hilton Honors.
There are over 1,500 websites in the network, making it the largest rewards network in the United States. These websites can now send new customers to you at the lab.
There's no upfront advertising cost at all, just a small fee for customers who actually buy something from you and only after they buy. Dad, show the details to our friends at the lab.
Over the next few minutes, we'll take a look at this slide deck that will describe the details behind our cashback system. The system has done a fantastic job of bridging the gap between online advertising and in-store sales. Millions of Americans are online every day, but more than 90% of commerce is still offline. With this system, you only pay for in-store sales. For example, if you run an ad and 1,000 people see your ad, but nobody comes to your restaurant to purchase food, you won't pay anything. But if you ran that same ad on Facebook or Google, you'd have to pay for the ad even if no one responded to it. Our system is not based on the concept of pay per impression or pay per click. Our system is based on the concept of pay per revenue. You only pay a fraction of the additional revenue generated by the program. Here's an overview of how it works. Your cashback offer is showcased for free on hundreds of sites and apps like search engines, airline websites, and banking websites, and many, many others. Your customers pay full price like they normally do. They will simply use their credit card that they associated with the offer, and then at the end of the month, you only pay a small fee for those actual in-store sales that we generated for you. Here's a little more detail. Your restaurant is seen by tons of people in your area who visit websites and apps like Yelp, Wells Fargo, or Hilton Honors. Let's look at a few examples. Our first example is Yelp. As you already know, your restaurant is listed on Yelp. You can now improve your Yelp listing by showing Yelp users that you offer 10% cashback. People searching Yelp to decide where to eat will likely choose your restaurant because of the cashback offer. Our next example is Bank of America. Your restaurant will be featured on Bank of America, Wells Fargo, and other banking websites and apps. In fact, those customers who view their bank statements online will see your cashback offer displayed next to your competitor. Let's say they went to your nearest competitor last week, and now when they look at their bank statement, they can see their payment to your competitor last week, but next to that payment, they'll see a suggestion to go to your restaurant next time, along with your cashback offer. This has been proven to be a very effective way to get new customers for restaurants who use our system. Your cashback offer will also be seen by MapQuest users. If your restaurant is along the route of someone who's going from point A to point B, they'll see your offer on their MapQuest app. Your offer will also be displayed on airline and hotel reward system websites and apps. People who are members of these programs, like Southwest Rapid Rewards or Hilton Honors, often do everything they can to earn as many points or as miles as they can. In this case, the 10% cashback is converted to points or miles instead of cash. Virtually all airlines and hotels have a loyalty program, and almost all of them are part of our network. One of the great things about our system is that there's nothing for you to install. There's no staff training required. In fact, there's no additional work whatsoever to use our system. There are no coupons to deal with. The customer simply has their credit card linked to the offer. They come in and pay full price as they normally would, and we handle the cashback or rewards points back to the customer on your behalf. You don't even have to write an ad. We take care of creating and displaying the 10% cashback for you. In addition, we have transparent reporting 24/7. You'll be provided an online dashboard that will allow you to see everything you need to know about how customers are responding to your cashback offer. In this example, 98,288 people saw your offer on an app or website. The great news is that you don't have to pay for all those ad impressions. And 143 of those people actually came into the restaurant and purchased something with their credit card. You will also be able to see exactly how many dollars they purchased. In this case, those people came into this restaurant and spent $7,928.11 on the card they had linked to the program. In addition, you'll be given all the details of the transactions. You'll be able to see the last four digits of the credit card along with the amount that was charged to the card, and then the rewards for the customer and the fee you pay to Bank of America and Yelp and all the other participants in our network. Here's how the money is divided. You keep 80%, your guest gets the 10% cash back, and the network gets 10%. For simplicity, let's say your guest purchases something for $10 with a credit card they have associated with the program. You get to keep $8, and $1 goes to Wells Fargo or Coupons.com or Hilton Honors or other people in the network, and another dollar goes to your guest to pay the 10% cash back. We handle all the payments behind the scenes, so you don't have to pay the cash back to the guests or pay the banks or airlines or hotels. You simply pay us 20% at the end of the month, and we take care of paying Wells Fargo, Hilton Honors, Yelp, and others in the network, as well as the cash back to your guests. Here's a quick reminder of how it works. Your 10% cashback offer is showcased for free to people who live, work, or travel close to your restaurant. In other words, there's no charge for displaying your offer on hundreds of websites and apps. The customer has a card linked to the program, and they come to your restaurant and pay full price like they always do. Throughout the month, you'll be able to see how everything is going by viewing your online dashboard. Then, at the end of the month, you'll pay us, and we'll handle the payments to the network participants like the airlines and the banks, as well as the cash back to your customer. In other words, it's really very seamless and frictionless for you. With that, I just want to say thank you so much for taking the time to watch this brief video. We would love to do business with you. If you're ready to get started now, just click the link below and sign up today. Thank you. I want to acknowledge that there might be one question lingering in your mind, and that is, with the 20% cost, how am I going to make money with this program if my margin is only 10 or 15%? Well, as a CPA, I'd like to help you think through that. The typical restaurant costs are as follows. 25% is fixed cost, which includes things like rent and electricity and insurance. And another 25% for labor, such as your waitstaff and cooks. And then we'll throw in 10% for miscellaneous types of items. The remaining cost is 30%, which is the cost of the food that is consumed by your guests. That leaves 10% profit for you, the restaurant owner. That's the typical revenue pie and how it breaks out amongst the various types of costs. Your revenue may break out a bit different from this. So you're probably still asking yourself, how can you afford to pay 20%? And the answer is incremental revenue brought by new customers. In fact, cutting your current costs or adding incremental revenue are the only ways that you'll be able to increase your profit margin. And believe me, it's a lot more fun to increase revenue than to cut costs. Let's assume I bring you one new paying customer every hour for the next 10 hours. Do your fixed costs increase if I bring you one person every hour for the next 10 hours? No, your rent bill, electricity bill, and insurance bill remain the same. Do you have to hire additional staff to serve the additional guests in the next hour? No, your labor costs remain the same. One additional guest per hour does not add to your miscellaneous costs either. Your only remaining cost is the cost of the food that the additional guests eat. So for each new customer, your cost is 30% and your profit margin is 70%. So let's say next month you get the same customers you always do, and in addition, our program brings 100 new paying customers to your restaurant. You would pay the 20% fee to us out of your 70% profit margin on the new customers, making your profit margin 50% on those 100 new customers. When you average your 10% profit margin from your previous customers with the 50% profit margin from your new customers, your average profit margin will increase to something greater than 10%. With that, we just want to say thank you one more time. We really appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. If you're ready to get started, go ahead and click the link below to sign up now. We would love to start bringing you new customers to your restaurant. If you have any questions, feel free to contact us by phone or email. We'll be happy to get in touch with you and answer any questions you may have. Thank you.